Hi, Mayor Dan Pope with the weekly update. Hope you've had a great week. I want to talk about a couple things today specific to City Hall. One, let's talk about the city manager and what the city manager does. Mr. Atkinson started on Monday, and you've heard me say over and over that he's the CEO of the city. And so let's talk about what his first 100 days are like. He's not giving me a plan exactly, but we've talked in general, and I would tell you that much like a new leader, whether it be in the public or private sector, he's first and foremost trying to get to know our people. He wants to understand and who his team is, get to know his team. Probably he'll look at making organizational chart modifications. That would be that he thinks that he wants his team set up to operate or to lead in a certain way, and those would be the kind of things that I think council would support. We've talked about those when we interviewed. I think then his focus turns to getting to know the community better. He and I have a couple meetings next week just to introduce him to some community leaders. We're going to meet with some of the downtown redevelopment folks. We're going to meet with some of the economic development chamber folks next week, just so he has a chance to get in front of them. But that's a series of meetings as he gets to better understand our city. You certainly understand the folks that work for the city, but you also need to know the citizens and know the stakeholders of the community. So I think those are two big areas he'll work on. And then he's already dropped into what you would expect. He was at the LP&L board meeting on Tuesday afternoon. Wednesday morning, he was at the Water Advisory Board meeting. He spent a good part of the afternoon yesterday getting caught up on our facility efforts. Specifically Citizens Tower, some discussions about the police department. So he's coming up to speed as quickly as he can. In fact, last night he and I talked, we played phone tag, and I caught him about 7 o'clock last night sitting at his desk up here at City Hall. So he's going to burn the midnight oil. He's doing everything he can to get up to speed. But he needs the information to make good decisions. I guess the final thing that I didn't mention is that he's also spending time with each council member, trying to get one-on-one, getting just an input. He needs to know what's important to the council. And we'll spend some time in January as a group. We've already done planning around what's important to us. We'll spend the time in January with him and discuss that publicly, so everyone will know. Those aren't surprises. Those are things like communication and financial discipline and our neighborhoods and economic development, redevelopment, those type items that are important to us. And I'm sure he'll have questions to allow us to better define that for him. As for our meeting today, we'll be talking to the folks from the College Baseball Hall of Fame. Many of you know that the city has agreed to provide some land for the College Baseball Hall of Fame, assuming they can raise the money to build their building and to operate it. And I believe they've got good news for us. We'll be seeing them this afternoon, and so pay attention to the news around that. But hopefully that's a project that will be green lighted and something that will be moving forward very soon. I appreciate your support. Your prayers, your great ideas. I had a good idea yesterday. In fact, I had two people come up with some ideas yesterday, and I'm honored to get to lead the city. I'm thankful for each of you, and I hope you have a great weekend.